They're like, clap in time, everybody.
Oh, no.
And I was there. Someone came up to me, like a floor manager, and said, can you stop clapping? You're throwing everyone else off. What kind of a state are your feet in, if you don't mind me asking?
Now we're having this conversation. Irony, because it's about money. My fiance was like, sell feet pics. Like, that would help with, like, probably even getting a house.
That's the best 20 quid anyone's ever spent. Oh my God, this is going to be the end of you. I'm going to see you in a year living on the streets.
I'm bankrupt on
chocolate strawberries. Hello and welcome to Spent, brought to you in association with Nationwide, a good way to bank. Now, this is the show where our guests show us the receipts. Quite literally, we're going to dig through things they bought, things they love, things they regret, things that make no sense at all until we make sense of them. And along the way, we're going to find out more about who they are. And this week, I have the pleasure to be joined by a man with all the moves and much more besides. It's AJ Pritchard. AJ, hello.
Hello, I'm excited to be here.
It's lovely to have you. And we've got a connection because my best friend is Molly King.
We do.
And you did Strictly Come Dancing with Molly. She
is brilliant.
She speaks so highly of you, AJ. I can't begin to tell you. And I said I'm hanging out with you today, and she was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Say hi from me. What I am intrigued to know is what dark secrets do you have about Molly that she maybe hasn't told me?
I feel like you've probably got more dark secrets.
I know where all the bodies are buried.
Okay. It's their fault we've got cameras and mics.
Yeah.
I don't know what I can say and not say. No, she is brilliant. She's absolutely fantastic. And I think the one thing that I loved about training with Molly, it doesn't matter if you were training for 2 hours or 10 hours or 24/7. She just throws herself at everything. And sometimes we would do a routine or a lift or something, and I would say, maybe we need to think about it before we throw ourselves into it. But I love the commitment. But no, I love her. She's great.
She's annoyingly quite good at everything she tries.
Minus the samba, but that was a touchy subject. We've got to be honest.
What was the problem with the samba with Molly?
I think sometimes things just don't gel, do they? It's kind of like there's a hole and you're trying to get this square object through and it just doesn't work. It was just the rhythm. And
what is the rhythm of a samba? Can you clap it out for me?
It's just like, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the is like the bounce, the rise and the fall.
Oh.
And it's the rise and the fall through the timing that can be extremely hard. And in this instance, it was extremely hard. And it just
1, 2, 3,
I see it. You're bouncing.
Yeah,
that little bounce
would.
right in the seat. That was it.
It's there.
That's
it's almost
it.
like it's almost like a reggae.
Yeah,
You're sort of okay.
And Molly just felt a bit too robotic, let's say, for that dance. And
well, I guess you never, in the group choreography she was doing on Saturdays, always very, strict,
very regimented,
on the beat,
very clear. And the other thing that people kind of do forget about, we got cameras here, obviously. You've only got 12 million people watching you live, so if you do look a little bit, the comments can be a bit painful, and you're like, you do think in the back of your head, wow, I just did that on live TV. This could have been a you being framed moment, and it can always go wrong.
Well, I'm fascinated because obviously knowing her, she's an overthinker and she wants to get things right.
Yes.
She will put the work in. The idea of being judged on national TV if you're dancing every week, I don't know how she didn't crumble, but she seemed to thrive.
I think the one thing that really helped her was actually we film it, even if it was good or bad or whatever, and actually seeing it back. And then let's keep going through it and just ticking off a simple thing, something, just a little improvement. And as long as you have that little improvement each time, you feel like you're actually achieving something and conquering it. And then by Saturday, I was like, yeah, it's amazing. Everything's great. Don't worry about that. Nobody will notice this. Just more smiles, bigger hair, more hairspray, and we'll get through it.
Yeah. Now that you've moved on from Strictly, is it something that you're like, do you know what? I was there enough. I can't watch that now. Or are you back to being a fan on the other side of it, watching it?
I've always been a fan of the show. I think it's a fantastic show. And I think it's one of the few shows where it brings a positivity to people. Like, whatever industry, race, religion, nobody cares. Like, you get locked into a dance and you get to see somebody's journey grow. And I do love choreography. So I'm always like, if a pro does a really good routine or a lift, I'm like, that was really cool. Well done. When you clap at home, you're like, nobody's around. You're like,
yeah, well done. Well
done for that.
The thing is, I sometimes, when I watch it, I'm like, it all looks quite good to me.
Yeah, why are you watching it and why are you not on it? That's the real question here.
But AJ, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Okay. Well, we've heard it here now.
Yeah, honestly, why not? I mean, I'd be terrible at it.
The kids would love it.
I once went to a recording of The X Factor.
Yes.
Years ago, and they had their warm-up people that kind of get the audience G'd up. And they were like, right, everyone, clap.
I feel like we need to have a TV show about that. The warm-up people are always
They're amazing.
Great.
They're amazing. They were like, clap in time, everybody.
Oh, no.
And I was there. I and someone came up to me, like a floor manager, and said, "Can you stop clapping? You're throwing everyone else off." Because I was so off the rhythm of it. I thought, that's a bad sign.
I thought you were going to say, and they came over and they thought, here's the comedy guy just trying to be out. No,
I was just enjoying clapping. I thought we were just having a nice clap, but apparently we were trying to do it on
Matt,
the beat.
you become the journey then. We're going to see a real journey with you on the show. It could start off really bad, but it can get really good.
It can. I did a thing called Let's Sing and Dance for Comic Relief, and I can neither sing nor dance, but I did want to raise some money for Comic Relief, so that's why I agreed to do it. And I found the process of the choreography so hard, and I'm incredibly envious of someone whose brain can communicate with their body in the way that you can. Because for me, it's all got that kind of like patting your head, rubbing your tummy feel about it.
It's a multitasking nightmare. And if you feel awkward, or if your face says it, and you know when you're really trying to learn something, you pull these like weird, like everybody can read it. That's the worrying thing.
Have you encountered any choreography where you've been like, my body just cannot do this?
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me about that.
All the time. And it's usually, ironically, when you said like the clapping in time, I know it sounds ridiculous, but there's always like rhythms, and it's like you drop on a count and you come up. And I always like think to myself, I'm very dyslexic, and I'm always like, wait, is it the one or is it the two? And you know when you doubt yourself, you're like, must be the one. And then you go for it and you watch back, you're like, it was the two.
It was the two.
It was definitely the two.
Yeah, but at least you stood out.
You stood out, yeah, but for all the wrong reasons.
What I was astonished by, and always am with anyone who can dance, when I was learning that stuff, I maybe did like 5 days and I was terrible.
Yeah.
And then they brought in dancers to kind of make to elevate the whole thing. Yeah. And they came in, they'd not seen anything, not seen the routine, nothing at all. And it was the most casual chit-chat that they had with the choreographer. They're like, we're going to do this, and then that, and then and then that. And they just did. It was like they'd been programmed like robots.
Yeah, and you're like, did they learn this last week?
No.
Or is this...
and they were all in sync.
You know, ironically, I should be like, yeah, that's what I do. But I'm like, they're so annoying, them people. Because I'm that person who's sometimes a bit more of a molly. Like, I need to sleep on it. And then I sleep on it, it goes into my brain, and I'm ready to go. But I went to do a jazz class the other week, and like, they spoke in this foreign language, and they were like, I can't remember the words. And I went, I hope they're going to show me this routine. And I was the rabbit in headlights. And I went, no, I'm going to stand strong. I'm going to keep going, even though I know I'm wrong. And I'm going to keep going. And I came back the next week, and it was like, let's say, a humbling moment.
So hang on, you're going to dance classes?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
That must be so weird for the people taking the dance class.
It is sometimes a bit weird. Like, I did a dance class last night, and it was a Latin one. And I felt like I haven't been to the gym. I've got a lot of energy, and I need to sweat it out. And I was going hell for leather. And you could see the person next to me were like, I thought this was a beginner's one. It's like, no, it's all levels. It's all levels.
We've got a Strictly Pro here. What's going on? That's actually really nice. What shines through there is that it isn't just work for you. It is like
I love it.
You would be doing it. You know, you literally.
And I burned 800 calories, so I was well happy.
Oh my God, amazing! You're doing it with your free time. What's it like when you get partnered up with someone who is really bad? And you don't have to name names, but when they're really bad, is there part of you that like has that sinking feeling of, oh my God, I'm going to have a terrible season here?
I'm trying to be diplomatic. I'm trying to think, what would our politicians say in these answers?
Just be honest.
What I do think inside is like, okay, it's going to be a lot harder work than maybe I want this year. But at the same time, I'm going to be more creative about how I can make this really flourish. And I don't want to run around this person too much. But when there's an opportunity and I can do a bit of zhuzhing, let's say about your backing dancers, and AJ runs around Molly a bit more, then we will add that in this.
You have just named a name there.
Molly will know that we had the best times in the studios, but at the same time, certain things just didn't work. And we quickly learned that, and we were like, let's stay away from that. So you could see each week, if you really went through, it was like, when we found a step that worked, even in a slow dance to a quick dance, we just added it into the next dance. And it just kind of, it growed like that.
Yeah, you're working smarter, not harder
That's the idea, I think, most of the time.
Yeah, okay, good. So you're still watching the show, still like it. Do you think you would ever return if they said to you, look, we want you back? Do you have time in your life for that?
I love it. I do love it. If my schedule was available and they said, we want to go back, like I'm fine, fit, Still got my six-pack. That's what the audience want, isn't it? So yeah, no, I'd love to. Like,
So, I like that. It's just for anyone in any doubt, it still exists. All right, six-pack is there.
it didn't in summer last year. That's when some years you just like, I just want to eat everything.
I've never had a six-pack, AJ. I wouldn't know.
If you did Strictly, you would have.
Would
a
that be the
six-pack.
time?
That'd be
You
it.
think I would?
Yeah,
At the
because
end of it.
You think the male pros are on it, and they're like, the female pros, when they get you going, they'll be like, 20 sit-ups, 20 press-ups, like, this is our warm-up. Like,
Maybe I
they
do
really
need to
make
do
you
it.
work.
I like the idea of doing Strictly Come Dancing and coming out of it more attractive.
It's a bonus, isn't it?
Yes, please.
You'll be more tanned as well.
Oh, yeah, do you know what? That is the one thing that I would worry about because I like to look like I'm haunting a building.
I feel like Casper the Ghost right now as well. Like, like January, February, it's rained every single day in the UK this year. That's a fun fact for you. It's really sad fact, but it's the truth.
I think you've misunderstood the word fun. That's just a fact.
Yeah, no, I tried to tell myself fun, as in like, I feel better about this, and then I was like, I don't feel better about this.
We should get on to talking about your spending.
We should.
That's what this podcast is all about. It's called Spent for a Reason. And the first receipt I always ask for is the last thing you bought. It doesn't have to be glamorous. It doesn't have to be exciting. I just need it to be authentic and honest, and hopefully will tell me a little bit about you. So what did you last buy, AJ?
My last... I was actually thinking about this right now. I walked here, so I hate like spending money on things I don't need to spend money on. I'm that person. You'll soon realise that.
We're in London. He came from Birmingham. He's been on the road for 3
Get them
days.
steps. That's why I still got the six-pack.
Yeah.
M&S. M&S, a food shop. Like, I love going to the supermarket and buying food that I can cook and then chop up. I love cooking.
What is your come dine with me meal? If I was to come to your house and you're going to cook something and I'm going to rate you in the back of a taxi.
I'm going to be really lazy because this is my go-to sort of thing, but I like doing just like boring plain chicken.
Yeah.
But then I love roast peppers and like kind of throwing in my broccolini and then like cook it and then do a little bit of roast. I like a little bit of a crisp.
What's broccolini?
You know, the long broccoli.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, the long broccoli.
Like the tender stem broccoli?
Yeah.
It's called broccolini?
Yeah.
My God, I'm learning things today.
Oh, I'm going to Google it now. No, I bet my life on it.
Is it called broccolini?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
We're getting it. Yeah,
I'm going to have to look it up. I'm sorry. I know this is quite unprofessional on a podcast.
Broccolini.
Broccolini.
It's a real thing. I'm not just making this up. And it's really yummy.
Oh, there it is.
Broccolini.
Wow. Like, it's got quite a lot of names. Broccolini, Asperbrock, Bimmy,
See?
Baby Broccoli, or Tender Stem Broccoli. These all sound like nicknames I'd give to my wife. Hey, Baby Broccoli.
You can try it. You can let me know if that works with the wife.
Broccolini. Oh, I love that.
Maybe it just sounds. Maybe it's a posher word for it.
I'm going to be taking broccolini because you're basically just eating broccoli. But that's great. But it makes it sound
it sound posh.
I'm just having a bit of broccolini tonight.
I'm born in Stoke-on-Trent, so my mum would be like, "What the hell are you on about?"
And are you on the air frying bandwagon?
I'm not.
What?
And I've stayed away from it.
AJ, I need to be the person that converts you. I believe it's like being a vampire. You need someone to sink their teeth into you, and then you become a convert, and then you become evangelical about the air fryer.
My point is not the air fryer itself. My fiance's like, we need an air fryer, and she's been handing it for like a good year, and I'm like, where is it living in the kitchen?
On the side.
That's my problem.
Why?
Why do I want to look at an air fryer just staring at me?
It's like, why do you want to look at an oven? Because you need it to warm things up.
Yeah, but I've already got an oven.
You got a microwave?
Yes, I've already got a microwave.
Have you got a toaster?
Yeah, I've got a toaster.
Have you got a blender?
It hides in the cupboard.
Hidden away. Okay.
Yeah.
You got one of those like kitchen mixers?
No, you've got a posh kitchen, haven't you? You've got a nice kitchen.
I like to bake. You should get the air fryer. They're not unattractive, but also, AJ, I can't begin to tell you how much it's going to change your life.
Maybe this is that chat.
The speed. I'm the vampire. The speed and efficiency that you will enjoy.
The Spent podcast has been like telling people what they should spend their money on.
Exactly.
You need an air fryer.
Buy an air fryer. Honestly,
Okay.
I was a skeptic. You know, I was pretty like.
I was you. You were
exactly. In a former life, I was you, minus the 6-pack, and I cannot begin to tell you. So I got converted by Stuart Broad, Molly's partner, and he was evangelical, and I was like, okay. And he even sent me. He was like, "This is the one you need to get."
Oh, he linked you as well.
Yeah. Yes. I wonder if he had an affiliate link. Anyway, I bought it. Changed my life.
Okay.
I owe that guy a lot.
Quick question then, not to get lost in the air fryer, but do you have one with two,
You got to
or
go
the single one?
You got to go 2, double
Okay.
draw. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could, I'd go triple.
Wow.
Yeah, but double's pretty good.
Okay.
But I air fry everything, even things that I don't think you are meant to. I'll be sticking it in the air fryer and seeing. And also, I'm a vibe fryer, so I never ever look at how long something should be fried for.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Like, because they always lie on a package. Like, they always want you to overcook and kill something. I'm like, if I cooked Christmas Day a turkey, and what you tell me to, there is no turkey left.
No.
It is gone.
Just a lump of coal. No one wants that for Christmas,
No one.
famously. To go back to the dinner you're making me, so far it's bland chicken and broccolini, which is just broccoli, but you've jazzed
but
out.
then I'll cut up all my peppers and make it colourful with that, and then roast them, and then I'll do a bit of some sort of rice, and then I'm a boring person. I'm a very plain person.
You know what?
Probably why I've still got the 6-pack.
When it comes to food, I've got incredibly unambitious tastes.
Yeah.
And that does sound
It makes me happy.
delicious to me. What I like is to not have to think about the food. I like to be like, I'm going to have what I had yesterday.
We're bonding.
Yeah,
We're bonding over food.
We are.
Who would have thought?
Who'd have thought? Bring in the broccolini. And is your fiance a foodie?
No, she's more like an orderer sort of person. Like if I don't cook, she won't eat, or she'll be like, "Oh, do you want me to cook?" I'm like, ordering is not cooking. Just to clarify. But a lot of people in this modern day think that ordering is cooking. It's more plating, let's say.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you're ushering food from a bag to a plate.
It's very tasty.
Yeah, okay.
And very different.
Yeah. So you're
not cooking.
You're the cook.
Yes.
Okay, so you went and bought stuff from M&S. Now, to maintain the 6-pack, are you ever getting lured in by the bakery aisle?
Try and stay away. I try and stay away. You know what I mean? I do love yogurt. I love fruit. I love my blueberries, my strawberries.
You're saying this is like these are bad things?
No, these are good things.
These are good things. Okay,
yeah,
good.
I stay away from.
I thought you were saying like they're my treats. Oh my goodness, my vices. I have berries. No,
the one thing that is bad, I don't know if you've got on this trend yet, and this will change your life as well, is the frozen strawberries and blueberries and raspberries coated in 2 layers of different chocolates. They will blow your brain. They will change your world. And all day, they're always in the freezer. So you know what? You're just like, oh, I need a little nibble.
So you pull them out and they're sort of crunchy and icy.
Amazing. Like, if you are camera people as well, like, this is like, I should have put this down to buy because they are a little bit pricey.
Right.
But they are worth it.
Well, if you're double dipping into chocolate, I mean, that's extraordinary.
Yeah,
what are the 2 types of chocolate?
White chocolate and then dark chocolate. But sometimes it tastes more hazelnutty. And then they can do dark chocolate, regular milk chocolate. I mean, the chocolate levels change.
Yeah.
Like, there's opportunities.
And you wouldn't consider just buying the strawberries, dipping them in chocolate and freezing them?
Well, we'll come to that later, won't we?
All right, we'll come to that later. Oh, interesting. Very good. I've recently got into freeze-dried strawberries. You ever had one of them?
No.
They're great. They're like a strawberry, but all the moisture's been sucked out of them. And then they're sort of like, they almost taste like little sweets.
So it's literally sugar?
Oh, yeah, maybe it is.
So it's just like...
Yeah.
It hits you.
Yeah. Are you not driven by sugar?
Oh, I love sugar. It's my weakness. You know
Mine as well.
Just...
How's that working out with the 6-pack? How are you fighting that?
Stay away, like the devil.
Yeah. My problem is if I have any sugar, and I often do, floodgates open. I'm like, cool, I've eaten sugar, I need to eat more.
That's the problem. You can't just have one, can you? Like, the whole pack.
Yeah.
Then you stick to 1 pack a night, and then you're like, that's not good.
1 pack of what though?
I know.
What are you having a pack of?
The frozen fruit.
The frozen fruit
with this chocolate.
Frozen fruit and chocolate. My goodness me! You should see what I'm eating. It's absolutely. You'd be appalled.
Go on. What's the one when you've had one you've gone then?
Well, I now have got a dairy intolerance, which I discovered recently about a couple of years ago.
Disastrous.
Everything good is made of dairy. Everything delicious has got dairy in it. So, but back in my heyday, do you remember? And actually, it's from M&S. Those they come in a tub. Anything served in a bucket is always dangerous for you.
Not the sharing ones.
Not the sharing. I used to have those the chocolate and cornflake mini bites.
Oh,
AJ, I'm telling you, I could eat a bucket of those in literally like 3 minutes.
That is the worst thing with dance rehearsals. People always think, you know what, we're doing a long dance rehearsal. Let's turn up with like a pack of donuts, or there's always like an M&S that like, oh, get them healthy sharing stuff. I'm like, you just keep going.
Yeah.
You just keep going.
You're never going to stop.
Can't stop.
I would come home and I would bosh one of those and then fall asleep in shame. But those days are long gone now.
That's why you had the scooter, because you can keep
Exactly.
going. You can burn them calories.
Exactly. Just constantly going. Okay, so food. The last thing you bought was food. I think that's fair enough. Are you M&S? I would say is on the more expensive end of the supermarket spectrum. Are you ever a middle of Lidl kind of guy?
To be honest, where I live in London, like just not a Lidl.
Can't get to an Aldi.
Sainsbury's would be like, I do like a Sainsbury's. They do some good veg.
Yeah.
But yeah, on this walk,
Do they do broccolini?
They do.
Okay,
They
good.
do. But on this walk, it was an M&S that enticed me.
Yeah. There's one very close to this studio. Is that the one that you went to?
No, it wasn't that one.
Different
it was
one.
It was a Paddington one.
Okay. Oh my God. There's too many of them around.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
The supermarkets, they just like get you.
Let's move on then to your next receipt, which is a purchase that you regret.
See,
you don't strike me, by the way, as a man who carries a lot of regret.
this is the thing. When I was thinking about this, I was trying to think, like, what do I really regret? Like, I like to buy things with a purpose, but there are some things that I've maybe spent a little bit too much money on, just in the heat of the moment. Like, I'm like, no, I won't pay for this. I won't do this. And then suddenly I spend money on something that's like, okay, that was like an arm and a leg purchase. And I was with my mum. We were in New York, and she was like, it'd been a good year, and I was working and continued to work. And I was like, I saw this like duffel bag. I was like, it's really nice that. But I didn't get the duffel bag. I got like this, which I've never even used, which is even more so. This is why I regret it. I had this like, that season whenever I had these like satchel, like body.
Oh, yeah.
Things.
Like a bum bag.
Like a bum bag.
For the shoulder.
For the shoulder, yeah. And I was like,
what is their name? Do they have a name?
I don't really know, but they just look a bit stupid. And
But they were everywhere. It was
yeah.
like what? It's like what? I went to bed one night and I woke up the next day and everyone had a little bag.
Yeah, I was one of them people.
Right, okay.
But then what I did when I got home, Mum was like, you should get the matching bum baggy thing and the duffel bag. But the thing was, they were
I match it, so you've got a bag here and a bum bag.
No, duffel bag.
Oh, okay, fine.
But I think it's classed as a bum bag. We just wear it on shoulder.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
okay.
But I got the matching duffel bag and that. But it was from Gucci, and it was a limited edition. And it had like the initials like AP on it, and it had like little stickers from all over the world. So it had like, and we were in New York, and I just went a bit crazy, and I just spent quite a few grand on these
few grand
bags. And
oh my God,
I still use them now.
On a bum bag.
I still use them.
You said you hadn't used it.
I still use them as in I can see them, and they get used.
Using them.
I know it's like I'm digging a hole right now. This is why I have a little bit of regret about it.
Yeah,
but they're still clean. They're still good. They still have some.
Are you going to try and sell this to me as an investment piece?
It's not an investment.
No.
If I was buying like a Birkin, then maybe I could have sold it for 3x my money. But it's not an Hermes Birkin or a Kelly.
Right.
This is a brand that will never ever have value. And it's one of them things you do when you're young, and like I use it once, or every pantomime I do, I'm always like, I will use this duffel bag to carry stuff to pantomime. There's like a pair of trainers in it. I may as well just carry them on my shoulder.
How big is the duffel bag?
Oh, it's a good sized duffel bag, you know.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. But annoyingly, it's not big enough to like get certain things in it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
But that's why you've got the extra bag.
I know, but that's what I use for like, if you're a dancer, you always have this stress about, you go to a studio and you have like your phone, your keys, and your wallet, and you're like, but you don't want to take all your stuff into the studio. So I try and put it in like one of them, but then that looks like the bag that you'd want to steal. So I should just have my super dry bag that nobody wants to steal. Especially in London now, you can't have anything nice anyway, so I can't even use the stuff.
Can't use it, yeah. You just take it all in a shopping bag. Not even a bag for life. Just
bag for life, and you're sorted.
Exactly, yeah. That's the way forward.
So it's kind of a regret, not a regret, but you know what I mean.
The bag thing, I've never fully understood, but they do have an allure to people. My wife, she likes a nice bag, and
so you don't have the bags. She has bonus bags of yours.
Well, she once got one nice bag, and that's kind of like we've satisfied the.
You've had the itch.
The itch. But yeah, I don't think I personally understand it. But I also understand the idea of like, there's something intoxicating about being in a different city where things are priced in a different currency.
Yeah.
And you're like, Well, I'm only here. I'm not going to be in New York again.
It's limited edition. That's what, Matt.
Exactly. Here right now. Like, it's now or never.
Numbered. Oh.
Yeah. And I get that.
Yeah.
I think there's
And
some.
then my mum was like, "Go for it. You've worked hard this year." And I was like, oh, "I know I have." You know what I mean?
Is your mum quite loose with money?
No. And that's the irony of the scenario. That's the slight regret part. She'll always be like, "Don't get that. Don't do this. Don't do that." So then when she says yes, I'm like, maybe this is a good opportunity.
Yeah, maybe this is the one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sad that you've not worn it. So honestly, if I spent thousands of pounds on a bag, you would never.
I can't
see
wear
me
it in
out
London. I'll walk out here. I'll get nicked, won't I?
That's a real problem.
It's a real problem.
And
I can't even wear a
AJ
watch
and I are the
anymore.
people to tackle it. Would you really not? You'd feel like if you wore it out, it might get nicked.
In London, I refuse to wear anything branded anymore.
Really?
I won't wear a watch. I won't wear anything.
God, have you ever had anything stolen from you?
In front of my eyes, multiple times, I've seen people have stuff stolen from them on literally broad daylight, like nights out. Yeah.
Oh my God!
And it's so common right now that
you won't do it.
Even my fiance, I'm like, no, you're not taking that bag. You're not doing that.
Yeah,
it's just not worth it.
Not worth it. No.
No.
You get to enjoy it in the comfort of your own home.
Something like that's what I tell myself.
You can carry your keys from the front room to the kitchen.
They can live in that space. You know when we talk about the air fryer and where it lives?
Yeah.
The keys can live in there.
Exactly. Perfect. Okay, so I get why you would regret that. Maybe one day you'll have the perfect event and you're like, this requires is a bum bag.
And I'll think of you, Matt.
Please do. Listen, if the event's appropriate, I'll come along. And I'll stand and pose next
You'll
to the
approve,
bum
you'll
bag.
just nod.
I'll just go, have you seen this bum bag? This guy, he's got great taste. Let's move on then to your most ridiculous purchase. And again, I feel like the bum bag maybe was an exception. I feel you're quite considered with your money.
I try and be as good as possible with money. I always feel like you work so hard for it and I don't want to just throw it away. So when it comes down to like most ridiculous stuff, like I know it sounds really weird, but like I like shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I like trainers. It seems to be a habit now, doesn't it? Bags, shoes.
Shoes, yeah. We've all got to wear shoes, AJ.
It was actually a Strictly thing. I remember it was like we all got like matching trainers. We were on tour. It was arena tour, and we went into, I think it was Valentino, and we all got matching trainers.
Oh my God, the sales assistant must have loved that day.
Yeah, I think they did. All white. It's in January, obviously. We got awful weather in the UK, and we're on tour in Scotland or something stupid. And I was like, but I bought the shoes. But now, because I haven't danced so much, and my feet have come a bit wider, so now if you're a shoe person, you know Viva Bare Foots. They're like true feel. So it makes your toes like open up more.
Oh, are they the ones that look like a glove but for the foot?
Kind of, yeah. So you have like
so
flat
individual
feet.
Things for your toes.
But these ones, I don't wear the individual because I think that's a bit too crazy.
That freaks me out.
Yeah. Because then you have to get socks with finger socks.
I don't like it.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, then people are a bit out there. I go for the Viva Bare Foot, so they're a bit more flat-footed, but it allows your feet and your toes to splay. But because I've always had my feet in dance shoes, there's a point to this story. I've always had my feet in dance shoes, and they've always been like strapped up really tight. So my feet have always been really small. But now I walk around with normal shoes and Vivo Bare Foots. All my expensive shoes I bought when I danced don't properly fit because all my toes have gone like.
Your toes are like, finally, AJ.
For a visual, yeah, my toes have expanded and been where they should be.
Yeah.
Whereas now all my expensive shoes, they're all a bit too small, don't actually fit. But I can't get rid of them.
No, and
it's
actually,
too painful.
If I'm to side with anyone in that story, I side with your toes.
Yeah.
Because they
breathe.
They need the freedom.
It's like, you know when you go to the beach and you've been on holiday for like 2 weeks, like your feet are just like, your toes are happy, they're in the sand, they're running around.
Yeah.
And then you come back to normal life, you're like, gotta put shoes on.
Yeah. I was enjoying the flip-flops.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the gentle slapping against my heel, but it's all over now. Okay, so you can't wear these shoes anymore.
No, I know. But if I do, then it would just be painful. Like I can only wear them if I can go to like an event and do like less than 1,000 steps, and then I won't get a blister.
I always wondered why I see you being carried around like Cleopatra.
That's why I've got my comfy Timberlands on. I came for a walk here.
Yeah, good for you. I'm very particular about shoes, and there is something sensory going on my feet. I don't like any rubbing of any kind. And I want some...
So you just live in trainers then?
I pretty much live in trainers and slippers when I'm at home. Very much the trainer of the house. I'm actually a one-shoe guy. I have one pair of shoes. And I wear it until they disintegrate. And then I will buy probably the same pair of shoes again.
I knew you were gonna
and
say
then I'd
that.
wear those until they disintegrate. Because I don't want the choice. I don't want to be faced with the choice each day of like, what shoe am I wearing?
I do that. To be honest, most interviews you'll see me in this black t-shirt and this same black jacket because I'm like, I don't have to think then. It's one less thought process in my brain in the day.
Yeah.
And I like that.
I like that with the shoes. But my wife once, I'm going to say I experienced peer pressure.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the brand Toms?
Yes. Oh.
They're a sort of...
I can see you. I can see with the pattern as well, can't you?
I don't know what they're made of, but it's some sort of like fabric-y thing. And the idea is that they kind of mold themselves to your feet.
Was that the whole point of it? I never got the point.
I think that's the point.
I never fell into that trap.
Right. Well, my friend, who's also called Tom, but not associated with Tom's, other than he shares the name with it, and my wife were like, changed our lives. You've got to get these shoes. And we went to buy some for me, and I didn't really care. I didn't want them.
Yeah.
And they were expensive, AJ. They weren't a cheap shoe.
No, they were, was it like 80 quid or something stupid for like a piece of material?
Exactly. And my wife said to me, right, try these on. Try them on in the store. And immediately I was like, they feel a bit tight. They feel a bit tight. And you're not meant to wear them with socks. And I'm like,
that's
they feel a bit tight and a bit rubby. And the shop assistant went, no, they're meant to. They're meant to feel a little bit like that because the idea is they then sort of expand as you walk.
They're trying to do the Doc Marten thing. Like, oh, they're supposed to be painful.
And I wore them out of the store, and I lasted about 45 minutes, and I got so angry, probably the angriest I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah,
I was so angry
I feel you.
at this pair of shoes that I had a tantrum, proper tantrum in the middle of the street.
Oh, I think it's justified.
And I took them off and I threw them in a bin.
Okay, that part of the tantrum, Maybe give them to somebody else.
Oh, it was rage. I was enraged that I spent the money, I didn't want them, and now my feet were in pain. Put them in the bin, and then I was barefoot for the rest of the day. I had to go to work barefoot. And it's not a time in my life I'm proud of, but it was really bad. They were, we all have our trauma, don't we? And mine involved a pair of shoes.
I feel like yours is probably deeper than mine on this topic. At least I could wear mine for a year or two.
Yeah. I feel like I've been triggered by this conversation. So what are you going to do with the shoes that no longer fit your toes?
They look quite good. They look quite nice sat there, and I quite like looking at them.
You just like looking at things.
I feel like now I'm just a hoarder, I feel like. Just gotta get rid of them.
Do you struggle to get rid of things?
No, I can get rid of stuff.
Okay.
But there's like one or two that, you paid a lot of money. Like,
yeah, I get it. Or you maybe think, maybe one day I'll get back into it. If they invent feet Manjaro, I'll be back in these bad boys.
Cutting bones out your feet at this rate. That's full-on surgery.
What kind of a state are your feet in, if you don't mind me asking? If I were to see your feet, would I go, they look pretty beat up, AJ? Or would I go, they're quite nice?
What's that one weird one? Wikipedia, Footopedia.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Wiki Feet.
Wiki Feet. Have you got a score on there?
I don't have a score on there, thankfully. But now we're having this conversation. Irony, because it's about money. My fiance was like, honestly, you should just sell feet pics. Like, that would help with, probably even getting a house. We're people spending a lot of money on feet pics of people.
And is that because your feet are famous or because you think you've got very attractive feet?
I think I don't know where this conversation's going, but no, my feet are clean. My feet are
no one's debating that.
When I say clean, I feel like there's no wounds. Let's say I feel like girls' dancing feet, they were the straps and they're quite cut and they're usually quite.
You've
painful.
Not got any calluses.
No,
nothing built up.
Nothing built up.
What's defending your feet from the brutality of the shoe?
It's good genes, you know what I mean?
Is that what it is?
Good genes, I think. Yeah.
God, so you've got no rough bits.
I'm trying to visualize my feet. No, not that I look at my feet that often, but no, they're just
top tier. You're saying
top tier. All the toes are still there, or all the nails are still there.
Yeah,
the things that are there are there.
They're there.
Yeah.
Any hairy toes?
No. Not overly hairy, just
No,
just
the
normal.
perfect amount.
Just yeah.
Maybe you should get into taking feet pics.
Maybe that is my future. Maybe we've worked it out here and there.
It could be. I am puzzled by that whole industry, by the way.
It blows my brain.
Because I don't see the attraction in feet.
But more to the point, I don't see why am I spending money on somebody's feet that probably aren't even their feet, where you can just go on Google and Google feet. Like, what's the point?
It's true, but I guess there's only so many feet on Google at some point, you know.
We just go and AI make some new feet.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of jobs, and it's going to start with people selling pictures of their feet.
Just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Maybe you need to have somebody on that just does that as a living and just to understand this.
Series 2, we'll get someone who's spending all their money on feet pics. So your ridiculous purchase then is shoes that are expensive but no longer fit. I see that. What's the most expensive pair of shoes you've bought?
Too much money? I like the sale, but if something's still a lot of money, it's in the sale, it's still that amount of money, isn't it? So
well, you've not told me the amount of money.
Quite a few £100s.
Okay.
Yeah.
But edging up towards 1,000?
Yeah.
On shoes?
Yeah. No, I do have a nice pair of boots, but these boots I do wear.
Right. And how much were they?
£1,200.
What?
They're very comfy, though.
Were they on sale?
They were also on sale.
How much were they meant to be?
A lot more.
A lot more.
A lot more.
So effectively, you've saved money.
That's what I tell myself. And to be honest, they're the shoes that they are my go-to going out shoes. Like, if I have to wear a black pair of boots going out with a suit, dinner, nightclub, they're my shoes. They're comfy. They're my go-to. Price per wear, they're my cheapest shoes.
Yeah, pennies.
Pennies.
He's in them all the time. He sleeps in them.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. AJ, before we move on, I've got an email that's been sent to me from Clara, and what I quite like to do is share these emails with my guests and get their take on the dilemma.
People are emailing you.
People are emailing me.
They're not WhatsApping you.
No, they email me. I insist.
This is official.
Yeah, I insist then that they print the emails off and fax them to me.
I like it.
Yeah.
Old school.
Clara says, I shop online when I'm bored, stressed, or mildly inconvenienced. I always tell myself I'll just return it if I don't like it. I will never return it. My wardrobe is now 40%, maybe one-day clothes. I spend around 150 quid a month on outfits I don't have the confidence to wear. Is this retail therapy or emotional clutter? Clara, I feel like I'm with you on this. I can't order anything online anymore. It won't go back.
This needs to be classified as its own. Like, I know this may sound strong for some people. Its own disease. This kind of like, I will return it. It's online shopping. Like, I refuse to buy online stuff. If I can't go into a store, try it on, it feels comfy, it fits, like, I'm not paying for it. I refuse to.
I'm so with you.
And when it comes down to like I get lost at night and like these girls' clothes with these brands, it's like, it's a Black Friday, it's not even Friday, and it's like they're doing these random sales. It's like, oh yeah, a top for £5. I'm like, well, A, it's not going to be good material, and B, you're going to order 5 of them, and then you're not going to send them back anyway. Like, it's just waste. I hate waste.
Yeah, for me, it's the idea of like, I'm going to have to go to a post office. And I'm going to have to maybe even print something off.
You've got to find a post office that's still open.
Got to find a post office. Got to print a label off.
And then they say they won't take it because it's the wrong weight.
Yeah. Awful. Yes, it's not for me.
No.
Whereas if I'm leaving my house to go to a post office, I may as well just go to a shop and give it a try there.
And I feel like when she's saying it's like retail therapy, I'm like, come on. You know it's not retail therapy. Come on, you know it's not because you've emailed us about it. She just wants reassurance.
Yeah. So you're not doing any online shopping for clothes. Is your fiance?
She is one of them people.
And is she good at returning?
No.
No.
We will go on holiday, and I will see a case full of items of clothing with tags on it, and I'm like, where has this come from? Like, have you worn this? No. Why is it still tagging it? Well, I was going to take it back. Why is it going on holiday with us then? Like, what is happening?
It wants to see the world, AJ.
That's when you know it's a problem.
Yeah. I've had a couple of things that I have bought online and they've not worked out, and I just stuff them in the back of a
annoying.
cupboard. Stuff them, and I'm like, that's a problem for another. And I just know I can't. I just can't do it.
The problem is, you always know it's the back of your head. It's taking up space.
It is.
It's doing that thing.
No, I let it go. I've gone. That money's dead to me now. It's fine. They win. They get to keep it.
The charity shop is hopefully winning in this.
Fingers crossed. So Clara, I think you got to find something else to scratch the retail therapy itch.
Yeah.
Or do you know what? Go out into the real world.
Talk to people.
Talk to people. Try it on in front of a mirror. Look at yourself in one of those changing rooms where they have a mirror showing you every angle of your body, and you're like, "What is that? What I look like?"
Or the other point, actually use real cash, because then you're like, feels like real money. Then
are you a real cash guy?
Well, if you're spending money and using real money, it feels so much more expensive than if you're tapping. If it goes ba-ding, you're like, that's not real money, is it?
You know what? That's true.
And people have gotten this lost world of being bedinging away, and they're like, they don't actually look at what they've bedinged.
Yeah.
And if you look at the end of the month, that's a big beding.
Yeah. Whereas if you had a stack of,
you're like, oh my God, I don't have any money left.
yeah,
it's gone.
Slowly depleting.
Yeah.
Do you carry cash then?
I always like to carry a bit of cash. Yeah.
Really? What? How much?
But just like £5, £10, you know what I mean? Just so I know the value of it.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. Oh, I feel like I've not seen a banknote in about 3 years.
You're a bedinger.
I'm a bedinger.
But you're a good bedinger, I bet.
I'm a great bedinger.
Yeah.
You very rarely hear a beding from me. If you'd like to send an email to this show, then who am I to stop you? Please drop us a line at spent@seriouslypopular.com. It will later get faxed to me. Before we get to your final spend, I want to know how in tune you are with everyday finances. So we're going to have a round of boom or bust. I will give you 2 options. You just tell me which one you believe to be the most expensive.
Okay.
Are you ready? This is against the clock.
Okay. Oh, it's against the clock?
It's against the clock, yes.
Woo.
And your time starts now. What's more expensive, a pint of milk or a loaf of sliced bread?
Milk.
It was the bread. Is it a litre of petrol or a supermarket baguette?
Petrol.
No, it's a baguette. Is it a car air freshener or a tube of toothpaste?
Toothpaste.
Correct. Is it a pack of pens or a ready meal?
Ready meal.
Yes. Is it an average annual electricity bill or an average annual water bill?
Electricity.
Yes. A birthday cake or a takeaway pizza?
Depends what size, but cake.
It is the cake. A takeaway coffee every day or a meal deal every work day?
Meal deal.
Yes. Tickets to the World Cup final or a Tour de France bike?
Tour de France bike.
Yes, you're the only person who's got that correct. Average cost of a UK wedding or a 2-week honeymoon?
The average cost of a UK wedding is a full-on lie. I'm planning a wedding right now, so I'm going to say the honeymoon.
No, it is the wedding.
But it's a lie. Whatever average is, it's not the average. It's impossible. All the people I spoke to.
A Formula 1 car or Kim Kardashian's private jet?
Formula 1 car.
No, it's the jet. You did okay. You seemed inflamed by the wedding chat there. You're currently in the midst of it.
Not a touchy subject. Quite clearly a touchy subject right now. You know what I mean? When you're planning a wedding, just things just seem to get... They just spiral,
What surprised you?
I mean, just... You know what? Hair and makeup. What people want to charge for... Not my hair and makeup, but what people want to charge for hair... and makeup, but hair and makeup together, like, quotes are outrageous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What do you think? What would you charge for, like, well, not what
would I charge?
What?
I do it for free.
Yeah, I'll do it for half of this, quarter of this. Makeup for a girl for a wedding, for the day. Her on her own with no hair.
Makeup,
without a pre-makeup trial as well.
I think that's coming in at £300.
£1,000.
What?
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong job.
That's what I thought.
Pass me the blusher.
Like, we're talking about numbers that I'm like, where?
Don't tell me hair's more expensive than that.
I think that's like another, like, 600. Like,
it's crazy.
And I was like, excuse me, what?
Yeah. I want them to do the entire, like...
I want a massage, I want a foot rub, I want you to be with me 24/7, like...
Yeah.
I mean, prices and like, when you start going cost per head for food, oof.
Oh, crazy.
Oof.
I actually think you should pay for your own food at a wedding.
Okay.
It would just make life so much better for everyone.
We're on a money podcast here. Culturally, English people are awful. English people, like, go to a wedding, they're like, oh, great food, great drink. Oh, that cake was sublime. And you know when it's like the gifts, don't get me a gift, maybe just give me some money. English people are like, I've come.
Yeah, I am the gift. My presence is my present. Yeah.
My foreign friends, they're like, oh, of course we'll give you something for the cost of things. So English people, come on, pull your pants up. Like if you're going to a wedding, just give them the cost of what the food is. Like at least that'll help.
Yeah, I think that would be. It just make life a lot easier.
It surely
for the
would.
people paying for the wedding.
Oof.
Well, I'm sorry
Thanks
that you're experiencing
for that hot tart.
That's all right.
I feel better.
Remember, it's meant to be a happy day. So on the day,
This is happiness.
push the pain aside.
So it said push the payments aside.
Yeah, push the payments aside. Yeah. Just never reply to the invoices and change your identity. That's the way around that. We move to your final spend. Nationwide very kindly gave you £25 to spend on whatever you wanted. It just had to be something you'd not bought before. AJ, what did you want?
Do you know what I've bought already?
No, I don't. Tell me.
Okay. I have bought something that I just think is so painful every time I walk past at the cost of these. It comes back to the chocolate strawberries side. And I went for some posh Harrods chocolate strawberries.
Okay.
And because they were 20 quid for a pot. And I was like, if you go to the supermarket, you get some strawberries for 3-4 quid if you get the really nice ones. You get some Cadbury's chocolate for a couple of quid. Melt it down, do your own. 20 quid
That's
for chocolate strawberries.
That's crazy.
£5 nationwide, send that to charity.
Mm-hmm.
Your choice. But I was like, what? Like, I see people buy these all the time, and I always think, why? Who is buying this stuff? Like, I mean, we're in different tax brackets, and I know I've spent on this podcast, if you listen to all of it, too much on certain things. I know. But when it's like small things like that, it infuriates me.
Do we have these?
So I was like,
I think
do we have it?
Now, here we go. Milk chocolate strawberry. Are these the ones?
That's the link I sent.
Oh, my gosh.
But I know, I've just seen you've got
20 quid.
We should try them, see if they're worth that.
Well, you know what? I don't do dairy, but I will on this occasion. No, on this occasion, I will risk.
No, you open it. You do the pleasure.
No, they're yours.
Please, no, please.
Sure?
I insist. Because it's
I
probably
open it?
premium as well. Like,
look at that.
Oh wow, they do look extra shiny though, don't they?
They do look pretty amazing. And they've also managed to dip them so they're fully covered. Please, AJ, take that one. Let me read the blurb on the back. It says, as sweet treats go, our chocolate-coated strawberries tick all the boxes.
They should for 20 quid.
What boxes would you need to tick? With every bite of smooth milk chocolate, you'll get a light burst of sweetness from the whole strawberry, freeze-dried to seal in the crispness and flavour. One is never enough.
Well, they know that's true, don't they?
Don't say we didn't warn you. All right, let's give it a go. Oh, it's like a sort of fat Malteser.
Oh, wow.
I've missed milk chocolate, AJ.
Wow.
I mean,
well done, Harrods.
Compliments to the chef.
Wow.
They've really smashed that, haven't they?
They've bloody knocked out of the park.
Oh, my goodness me. Oh, that's... Wow. AJ, that's so good. That's the best 20 quid anyone's ever spent. Oh, my God. This is going to be so this is going to be the end of you. I'm going to see you in a year. 6-pack's gone. And he's basically living on the streets.
I'm bankrupt on strawberries.
He's bankrupt on chocolate strawberries. This is the gateway. I'm sorry.
I know that's a lot of money, but that's actually quite a lot of pleasure.
Oh.
That's
that is so good.
Yeah. With a cup of tea as well. Can't
really my goodness, AJ. That's a taste sensation.
You know, I don't really know how this segment usually goes in the aspect of, obviously it's a taste test here, but
normally people buy absolute rubbish.
That's worth it. That's an experience.
Please take them away from me, otherwise I will cause myself.
I feel like everybody, camera crew, we all need to just try one of them. That's worth it.
We have got your own box of these, but these ones will be display, although I don't imagine they'll last long.
I feel like you'll take the box to display.
Yeah.
The context will be gone.
Can you please find a home for them upon the shelves?
You want me to get up now and do it?
Yes, if that's okay.
Okay,
You're more supple than I am.
These are very low chairs, by the way.
They are.
Well.
They are.
I'm cracking and putting a hip out.
There he is. Careful. Please don't injure yourself too much on the set. Where are you going to go? Put it somewhere people can't get to it that easily. I know. Go on. You'll find where you work.
What the hell?
Oh. God, they're looking at me. They're looking at me saying, "Eat me, Matt. Eat me." Oh. Absolutely sensational.
They were brilliant. Wow.
You think you're going to eat them all on the way back home? On the walk?
Great, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. I don't know when the SEP goes out, but you know what I mean. A bit cheeky.
Oh my God, yes.
Bonus. She never watches stuff I do anyway.
AJ, I mean, thank you for sharing a chocolate-covered strawberry with me. I feel like
I loved it.
My life has changed.
I feel like I want to ask you a money question. Like, what's the thing you do each month? Your best thing you do?
What, money-wise?
Yeah.
It's the best thing I do.
We've talked about all the negatives. I feel like give me a positive.
The only thing I ever would spend money on myself that is like a luxury treat, and it isn't every month, it's maybe like twice a year, is a massage. One that is so painful.
Deep tissue sports
like
massage.
The deepest, I want to challenge the masseuse.
You want to cry afterwards.
I want to cry during.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's so painful, you go past the point of crying and you laugh. Have you ever had that?
Or you just forget to breathe and you're like...
I've had it once where they like find whatever, a twitchy muscle, and they won't let go, and I don't want them to, but the only thing you can do is laugh, and it's been weird. Like, if I watch footage of it back, I'd think I was a man possessed.
You know, you should try Russian banya.
What's that?
You know when you get to hot steams and they hit you with the leaves, it's like hot leaves and
never heard of this.
Oh, you got to try it.
Hot broccolini.
Big broccolini smacking you on the back.
Smacking you on the back. I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
I'm full of advice today, AJ. I love that. Thank you so much for being on the show.
I loved it.
Sharing your receipts and your stories with us. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you follow us wherever you get your podcast and subscribe to us on YouTube. And don't forget, you can keep sending in your own spending confessions as well. I will be back next time with another guest and another journey through their purchasing past. See you then. I really hope you are enjoying Spent. If you want to see more, then follow us wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe on YouTube. Plus, check out This Is Money on Instagram and TikTok for bonus content with our guests.